Greetings, friends. This is Elizabeth Shermer with an intuitive reading for the Grids of Light on Thursday, April 2nd. Today's reading is in anticipation of Saturday's full moon lunar eclipse, which occurs at 5:05 a.m. Pacific time. That's Saturday, April 4th. And before I dive into the tarot reading, I'm going to say first a little bit about what is special about lunar eclipses, and then a little bit from the astrology chart for this eclipse. First, for those of you who don't know, and even if you do, it's great to be reminded, a lunar eclipse is a rare event. It occurs usually at the most twice a year. When this happens, what is physically happening is the Earth is coming between the sun and the moon, casting a shadow on the moon. And so for a few minutes, the moon is disconnected or unplugged from the light of the sun. At all other times, the sun and moon are in constant contact. And remember that even though we see a waning and waxing moon, that's just because our perspective changes in relationship to the moon and the sun. But the sun is always in full contact with the moon. The moon is always receiving a full dose of solar light. And then what the moon does for us is transmit that light in rhythms and cycles that enable us to grow and develop. And so the ongoing lunar cycle of 28 days is an example of the cycles of time and the rhythms of growth that the moon facilitates for each of us and for all life and all processes on the planet, on Earth. So what's unique about a lunar eclipse is that during the moment of full illumination of the moon's light, reflecting the solar consciousness to us, during that moment, the Earth casts a shadow and cuts off the moon's connection to the sun. What happens on the larger scale then is that when the moon comes unplugged, so to speak, a special or a unique doorway or portal opens in the zodiac, in the sky. And at that precise point where the moon is, at that moment, the doorway gives us access to the light of the realms beyond our solar system. All the stars, a galactic center, all the illumination is able to come to us directly. So what this means to you on a personal level is that this lunar eclipse for the period of the coming lunar month is opening a special doorway that enables you to transcend the normal limitations of time and normal cycles of growth that we experience here on Earth. So in shorthand, we say that a lunar eclipse opens the possibility for quantum leaps of personal development. There's always a particular frequency that goes along with the lunar eclipse related to the astrology chart. And the cosmic gift of this eclipse has to do with a quality and capacity for inner calm and trust. The ability to surrender personal patterns of stress or overwhelmment or responsibility in order to come to a clear, deep alignment of trust, which allows you to ride the current wave of powerful positive momentum from a place of inner stillness and surrender so that you're available to the highest outcomes and the highest potentials. This quality of calm and trust will come specifically through your connections with the support and the support of healthy relationships. And that's especially because the moon is in Libra. And so through your alignment and connection with others, as well as your relationship with your circumstances and your relationship with groups, your relationship with yourself, all forms of relationship will give you the stability and strength and confidence you need to feel and experience the support that enables you to stay calm and aligned within. So long summary, but it's really important. And the portal or doorway stays open until the moon crosses the 15-degree Libra mark again next month. So almost a full 28 days. The tarot spread today is in response to the question I asked, which was for practical advice on how we can stay aligned and be available to receive this gift of inner calm and trust. And for those of you who know the cards, the reading is anything but practical. I have all 3 cards exposed now so you can just view this incredible pattern, the beauty of the symbols and images, and I'll describe now what the story is here. All the way to the left in the position of circumstances or body, the Eon, or in other decks, Judgment card, refers to the importance right now of you, of your willingness to surrender attachment to circumstances, your willingness to step into a bigger picture trust, and to acknowledge your capacity to know that there is a bigger picture. Whether or not you can see it, it's there. And some of you right now are in a place where it's easy for you to experience and feel your alignment with the momentum of amazing, fortunate change in your life. And for if you are in that place of alignment now, it's easy for you to feel the expansiveness and the trust and step into it. If you're experiencing stress or any form of depletion or fatigue or withdrawal or fear, it may be difficult to feel the inspiration of the moment. And so this spread is also offered to you to let you know that you are indeed being held, and that your job, so to speak, is to trust even if you don't feel it. The messages of unlimited, infinite support, and I'm being told to share that one of the teachings of this card is the potential for outcomes much greater than we ever expected. The expansion is greater than we expected. And the teaching has to do specifically with the release of attachment to outcome. So in the position of body or circumstances, it's a reminder that there's something bigger going on than you can know or understand. So don't try to figure it out. However, pay attention to the ways in which circumstances are activating you, because there's powerful information there for what your personal patterns may be that lead to stress or overwhelmment. And that leads us to the card all the way to the right, the universe, in the position of spirit, which is the final card in the deck, and a culmination, represents a culmination of a whole process of self-actualization and embodiment, and also a new launching place, a new commitment to really learning what it means to fully realize your potential, a new commitment to transcending the limitations and perceptions and perspectives of the physical world in order to expand into something larger, and to experience the beauty and the light of the physical world at the same time. So these 2 cards, the last card in the deck and the next to the last card in the deck, are representing the bigness and the amazing creative potential of what's available for us, and the fact that there's no way we can even begin to understand it, because it is coming from a place that's larger, and the best that we can do is trust. And so the card in the middle, the 2 of Cups, is called love. And the message here is that if we are able to come to a place of trust and accepting that there is something very big and very special happening, that we have the capacity and the gift now in this eclipse. The cosmic gift is of love. And sometimes this card is called the Follow Your Bliss card, because it represents a blessing of the experience of love and of authentic, deep contentment and satisfaction, and literally a gift. So there is a gift, and if you can trust that and accept it, then there's much happiness in store for you. I drew another card, and the happiness is on a deep level because it is about an expansion of consciousness and awareness. And so I drew another card asking if there was any practical advice for us, since this is such a big picture spread. And what came up was another major arcana card, the Lovers, which is a higher level expression here of the Two of Cups love. And what this specifically refers to in this spread is the aspect or the importance of relationships in this full moon and in the coming month of the eclipse portal. And these are, as I mentioned earlier from the astrology reading, these are all forms of relationships. Your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your circumstances, and especially your relationships of support with all the realms of light, all the helpers, the unseen helpers in all dimensions, as well as all of your physical friends and physical relationships with people here in the earth realm. Every relationship has the potential for expansion right now, and also to offer you support and vitality, and enable you to settle in on a deep level with the deep and very, very blessed changes that are happening. So 3 major arcana cards out of 4 says this is something very big and can sometimes feel overwhelming. And so I was guided to draw one more card, and I thought that the card would be something practical because I was told to draw an additional card for the final piece of this beautiful and amazing spread. And so check out what the final card is, the Star. Another major arcana card. This is the ultimate message that we are in a place which is uniquely aligned to receive blessings of light. The Star is here representing your capacity and your opportunity to connect on a deeper level with your own radiance and your own light, your own sense of purpose and connection to others, and your ability to experience and offer your light in your life in tangible ways that bring you and others great joy. So this is a special week. I'm personally really paying attention to circumstances this week in preparation for Saturday. This isn't like a test. You can't get this wrong. There's much forgiveness in that central card of love, and also the Eon and the universe are saying here that there is so much love and support for you. You don't need to display any sort of worthiness. If you're having challenges right now, just own your fatigue in a simple way and give it up and say that you trust there's something wonderful here, and just ask for help. That's all you need to do. There's nothing about being worthy. And in the gift of the coming weekend and the light of the full moon, I wish each of you a really blessed coming month, a blessed week leading up to the moon on Saturday. And I thank you for sharing in this spread, and I thank you for your participation in pulling this message forward, because I personally receive as much from these messages each month as all of you do who watch. So thank you for contributing to this gift of light and love that we are able to receive now. And I wish each of you a really, really blessed month. This is Elizabeth Shermer with an intuitive reading for the Grids of Light.